Hi guys, Jamie from Start A Riot here. I'm thrilled to say that I'm here with Nicola and Jake from Doe.
Hi.
Welcome to Manchester.
Thanks.
It's your first time here for a while.
For a while.
Yeah.
For a while.
When was the last time?
Yes.
It was Carefully Planned Festival, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been in this exact venue.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking forward to playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great
That
time.
sounded fake.
No, Manchester's always really good. The people are always really nice.
Yeah.
So hopefully they haven't become arseholes since the last time we were here.
It's going that way. But hopefully not.
What do you think? Are they nice here?
It's alright. I can't really say. If you're from somewhere, you can say, can't you? But I'm from like more towards Liverpool, so if I say it, it'll definitely come across as like beef. So I am a big fan, as I wrote down on my piece of paper. I am a big fan. I've been keeping an eye out for you guys on gig listings, and you kind of remind me at various times. And this is going to sound like a cop out because it's like your influences, but like Pixies, if like Kim Deal was singing. I know that's kind of Breeders, but it's not because they don't have Joey Santiago. Bikini Kill, like Why Are You reminds me of Bikini Kill big time.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
And then Broken Souvenirs reminds me of Sleater-Kinney, which is
really?
good. Like new Sleater-Kinney,
Okay.
which is not a bad thing either.
Yeah.
Although, what's that new song, the Cities one? Cities to Love.
yeah,
That
no,
just sounds like Juicebox by Strokes to me. That is Juicebox.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so what grabbed me about your music is like some songs are so immediate, like Let Me In and Late Bloomer are like really hooky and just kind of draw you in. And the more I listened, the more like complex and layered tracks, like I've written them down because I forgot, like CAE and Julia Survived. Like I love that.
He knows all the names of the songs.
Do you, man?
Oh, wow.
I didn't just do my research. I do actually listen to the to tunes.
I don't think this has ever happened before.
Oh, man. Well, I love that dual guitar intro on Julia's CAE. That's boss.
Oh, cool.
Thanks.
And yeah, that kind of like kept me listening to the album, like kept me coming back because there was each time I listened there was something different. I just thought, was that an intentional kind of thing, or does it just kind of happen like that when you write songs?
Well, like the difference in the songs.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe it's definitely not intentional, but it's probably kind of a natural result of the fact that we write quite collaboratively.
Right.
So me and Jake kind of used to, on a lot of those songs you mentioned, kind of me or Jake would come with like a skeleton of a song and then kind of both working them together with either Alex, who used to play with us, or Matt, who plays with us now, who also kind of contribute loads to the songs. So I think it's probably based on the fact that the songs are quite collaborative.
Yeah.
So different people bring different things, and then that naturally leads to a kind of meshing of things, if that makes sense as an answer.
Yeah,
What
definitely.
do you think?
Yes.
Do you think it's kind of like you can hear different people's input in the songs? Do you think that comes across, or do you think they all come together in a nice synergy?
I think it's quite obvious when we listen back to them sometimes who wrote it, because we know. So
Yeah.
so it's quite obvious to us who wrote who. Who wrote what? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it comes across. It's weird. It's like I guess because we've always written. Well, yeah, we've been writing together and stuff before Doe was a band. We kind of met and then wrote together, and then started the band. So now I guess when there's a song, probably don't think about it too much, kind of which bits whose. But if we were kind of to decipher it, we can go. It's quite. We've got certain things about us, like as writers, I guess, that like there's certain like little distinguishing bits where you can say. It sounds like something that Nicola might write, or sounds like something I might do, but then they kind of go together quite nicely anyway, because our writing styles seem to complement each other quite well. So it kind of just ends up sounding like us, like a full package. So that's a really lengthy way of getting to the point. There'll be a lot of that.
You've kind of got a consistent sound, but you each have your own inputs.
Yeah, well, that's kind of it. Like, I'd say that, oh God, I don't know if I'll be going down a rabbit hole by saying this, but I'd say that Jake writes he really likes writing kind of really nice melodies and happy sounding stuff, I'd say.
Yeah.
Is that fair? And kind of Jake
The emo one.
Yeah, I'm the
Me too.
the angry person of the band. No, and he writes quite a lot of kind of intricate time. I don't know if intricate is kind of doing ourselves a bigger service than is required.
No,
But
I'd say that.
like the kind of if there's an odd time signature, historically it kind of used to be Jake bringing that, and then I'd kind of write something that's a bit more driving to go with it. But then now, because we've kind of written together for quite a while, now I've kind of got in a habit of also writing some kind of strange time signature bits and different things, and we kind of learn off each other and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And whoever's kind of contributed to those songs, the ones that you've mentioned, whether it be Alex or Matt that had contributed to them, they add loads in terms of guitar lines as well.
I was going to say, I think that kind of dichotomy in sound is probably typified by the latest AA side, Avalanche and Basement. Like, is it Avalanche first one and Basement the second one?
Yeah.
So Avalanche is kind of that kind of slower, more intricate song, and then Basement's like immediate. It's cool. It's good.
That was kind of like one of the first songs, or maybe the first song that Matt helped us like write. That was kind of the skeleton of that was something that Matt kind of brought to the table.
Basement, that is.
Basement. Sorry, not Avalanche. Matt kind of brought that to the table as a whole, and then we kind of all worked on the structure together and added bits and then the melody and stuff. But that was his kind of first real contribution to it as well.
And Avalanche was funny because that was kind of an idea that Jake brought first of all. He had the two parts, just the kind of chords for the first bit and then the mountain bit. And they were really good. And then we kind of came up with some ideas for it, and I came up with a vocal melody. And we were playing that for a while, and then we kind of realised we didn't like it anymore and just completely changed it. And then we kind of... That was kind of cool because we managed to go, oh God, none of us are really enjoying playing the song anymore. And instead of scrapping it, we wrote a new thing, and it was loads better. And it sounds a lot better now than it did when we first started writing it.
I was confused for like ages. I was like, why is this album called First Four? Like, there's like 12 tracks. And then when I actually did some research, I was like, oh, it's the first 4 recordings you guys did, like EPs or singles.
Yeah, so a lot of people kind of thought it was an album, I think. People that hadn't heard the stuff before when it came out. But Andrew...
Because I thought that. Because I only kind of discovered you guys a few months ago. I think you and from Womps actually put me on to you guys.
Oh, that's cool. But it wasn't ever supposed to be an album, so it's not kind of supposed to flow like an album or anything. It's just Andrew wanted to put them all out together, and we were like, okay, that sounds cool.
I don't think you can necessarily tell. Like, I think you guys have got quite a strong sound, so it doesn't feel disjointed. But yeah, I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, this is a concept album. But yeah.
Well, you're wrong. We fucked with the track list a bit, like, because it's not in kind of like a date order, is it?
Yeah.
Like order of release. So
and did you like remaster them a bit so they're all a bit more kind of?
Yeah, we kind of messed with it so they all at least sound the same volume.
Yeah.
So because like some of the recordings were like the first thing we did, like our self-titled like CD EP that we like first released, it's really fucking loud. And, like it's too loud, and Joe C, who does he's mastered the last bunch of stuff.
Subsequent mastering
in Nottingham, very very good. But he was like, just all your stuff's too fucking loud. Turned it down. I was like, okay, because I was always thinking, no, it needs to be as loud as it can possibly be whilst not distorting. So I'm a bit of a stickler for like just a loud mix. When something's a bit too quiet and you have to kind of like shift between tracks and stuff, I get frustrated. But then we have the opposite problem where you have to turn it down when it comes on. But yeah, I think it works kind of as like a fluid thing.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, cause I didn't notice it wasn't an album. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's cool.
Just the title confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah.